Hello, everyone, and welcome to our first official lesson on piano. And today I'm going to be talking about the musical alphabet and anything pertaining to the notes, okay? So follow alongside me. Let's get into it. So here's the musical alphabet. We have A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. Now, the musical alphabet, right? These notes, they also have what we call flats and sharps. So on the piano, you see these black keys right here? Those are known as either flats or sharps. So if I'm here on A and I go down, I flattened that note. And flattening just means going down. All right, that's all it means. Now, if I go up, I'm sharpening a note, so I'm going up. So sharpening just means going up. So if I'm on C and I go down, I flatten that C. If I'm on D, I go down, I flatten that D. Now, if I go on uh, this G and I go down, I mean, rather not going down. If I go here and I go up, I'm sharpening. Now, if I go from there and I go up again, I'm just sharpening that note. So all it is depending on where you're placed in your direction, is what you call it. So if you're going down, you flatten. Now if you go up, you sharpen. All right. So here I'm gonna list the sharps and the flats. Okay. So if I'm here, this is sharp, C sharp, D sharp, F sharp, G sharp, A sharp again. Now, like I said, it depends on how you look at the board, right? How you look at the stuff and where you're going. So those same notes that I listed could be listed and named as this. Yeah, B flat, D flat, E flat, G flat, A flat, and then B flat again. You see how it's the same keys played, but different name for them, different name, all right? So now, the reason why we don't just say whatever, like how I just showed you, let's name this whatever. No, there's a rule when it comes to the musical world. There's a rule for scales, okay? Names for scales. So, and I'm giving you an example right now as to why. So, if I'm in C sharp, right? Let's name this right here, C sharp, and I start going up. So, the C sharp, D sharp, F, F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, C, C sharp. The problem that we come across is this F and the C, because in the musical world you cannot repeat letters when it comes to scales. So if I'm here F, I can't say this is F and then go to F sharp because you're repeating the letter. So uh something that people did, or something that we can do, is instead of starting as C sharp, is changing it to a flat. So now instead of saying C sharp, we do D flat, E flat, F, G flat, A flat, B flat, C, D flat. See how it resolved that issue? Now the F that was there and the C was there, we can say it because this is not F sharp anymore, it's G flat. And this right here is not C sharp but D flat. There's no repeating letters. That's a basic explanation of why we change certain names for scales, right? We don't just say C sharp, we say D flat, things like that. But that's just something for you to understand and grasp. I'm gonna let you know right now, disclaimer, there is a scale which is F sharp scale, that if you start on this, there's gonna be a weird note no matter what. If you start here and say F sharp, because F, you sharpen it, F sharp, or if you say G flat, right? Because you're flying the G, there's still gonna be a weird note for us because it's not very common for us to say. What is that note? So if we start here, F sharp, right? G sharp, A sharp, B, C sharp, D sharp, F, F sharp. It's basically just this. Notice it. There's a repeating letter. So what people call this is E sharp. Why? Because if you start here and you sharpen the E, you're technically sharpening it, right? So it's called an E sharp. So instead of calling it F, you call it E sharp and then F sharp. But if you try to do the other method to see if you get a much better sounding scale, right? We start on F, but instead of saying F sharp, we say G sharp because it's the flattened version of the G. So G sharp, I mean G flat, A flat, B flat, and then B. See, that's the issue right there. There's a repeating letter right here. Well, so what people do is instead of calling this a B, they call it what? If you start here and you go down, you flatten the C, so it'll be a C flat. So instead of saying B, B flat, C flat, and then D flat, E flat, F, and then G flat. It resolves this issue, but creates another issue over here. So it's your preference. But either way, in the musical world, when we're playing, us with the guys or whoever I'm playing with, we know what someone is, meaning. Like if we're in F sharp and they say, "Oh, go F," and we know like, okay, F, just go down. But in the future, you're gonna notice like I'm gonna show you right now. We don't even say the note anymore. We just say what is known as numbers. So we say go to the 1, go to 7. That's all we do because it removes any issues with communication. It's much more effective, when communicating. So now we got that. It's a lot of a little details, a lot of information, but it's for you to really understand. Just take it in, write down these notes, and this is the official, list of musical notes. A, B flat, B, C, D flat, D, E flat, E, F, F sharp, G, A flat, A. Okay, that's the official list that we can go based off. Okay, so hope this has been helpful for you. Please like, comment, share, whatever. Comment any questions that I can answer based on this lesson, and I'll see you in the next one. All right, God bless.